Hello friends, my today topic is Oracle architecture, and the Oracle architecture is very important part of Oracle DBA. If if you are a Oracle DBA, then you have to knowledge about the Oracle architecture. It's the must knowledge. If you are going to an interview, then there is interviewer ask near about 20% questions. Your interview part is Oracle architecture. So let's go. We are discuss about the Oracle architecture. If you are able to see, there is some component. There is the instance memory components. There is the redo log buffer cache, database buffer cache. This is the parts, and this is the parts of SGA. SGA means is the shared global area, or you can say the system global area. And in the shared global area and system global area, there is the component redo log buffer cache, database buffer cache, library cache, data dictionary cache, large pool, java pool, stream pool. We are discuss about all the component here and what is the process of Oracle architecture. Now let's go. Like you are a new user, or you have the access to connect to the Oracle database, and like any one user want to connect to the Oracle database, then this is called the user process. User process is like if any user process is if like any user want to connect to the database, then every user have the user ID and password. Through user ID and password, user can able to connect to the database. And second one is the server process. When any user want to connect to the database, then server process will check user is authenticate or not, means user have the access to connect to the database or not. Server process will check if user is authenticate. If user is authenticate, then it will connect to the database. Then that is called server process. When any user connect to the database first time, then it will go to the server process first, and server process will check user is authenticate or not. Like I will give you one example. In uh, in bank in a bank project, if you will check, many user connect to the database and transfer the money and scheduling the account, then it will automatically go to the Oracle DBA. Oracle database can manage all the things. Let's talk about if anything change in our database, then it will go automatically in redo log buffer cache. If any transaction, if you transaction any money in your bank account, then its logs, then automatically logs go to the redo log buffer cache. Means if you change anything if you change in your website, in your application, then the logs automatically go to the redo log buffer cache. And there is some mandatory background process working on redo log buffer cache called LGWR. LGWR is log writer. Log writer automatically put the data from redo log buffer cache and kept in redo log files. If you check, there is the redo log files. Log writer is working in every 3 seconds. If 1 MB full or 1/3 full, then log writer automatically run and kept the data in redo log files. Second one is the database buffer cache. Database buffer cache is like if you change any block, if any new entry filled in the database, then automatically block will be filled, and that block will called dirty block. If any dirty block in database buffer cache, then automatically one background process DBWR, database writer, will run and put all the dirty blocks in data files. That is called data files. And there is second background process is CKPT. It's called the check pointer. Check pointer will check how much data files filled, and kept all the information in control files. like the data files is filled 50%, then it will kept that information in control files. Okay, there is one second, I will tell you. There one is the library cache and data dictionary cache and shared pools. Shared pool is the very important part of the SGA, shared global area. It is the memory component. Like shared pool is if first time if first time any query coming into the database, like any select query, any update query, create query, any query is coming into the database first time, then there is one optimizer, one is the background process optimizer will make the plan how to that query is running. It make the plan how to that query is running and kept into the shared pool. Library cache is that if the plan already generated and kept into the library cache, like in the second time if the same query is running, then it will automatically run the same plan and execute the query. And data dictionary cache have all other informations about the others SQL's query. And here is the three more component is the large pool, Java pool, stream pool. Large pool is that where is the large number of amount data and queries is kept in large pool, and Java pool is kept the Java related queries. It's called the Java pool. There is two process, one is the pmon and second one is the smon. Pmon is the process monitor, smon is the system monitor. If pmon is required for instance recovery, if our database is down automatically, like instance down, then pmon process monitor read all the background process, redo log buffer cache, and start up the database in the same situations, and we can work on that without losing any data. SMON is the system monitor. System monitor I have already defined. Now I am discuss about the PMON. PMON is the process monitor. If any user connect to the database, and it take the memory in database buffer cache and automatically connection down, then the process monitor will release that resource from database buffer cache and it will free the memory to connect to the new users in the database buffer cache. So friends, there is all full architecture I have already defined you in front of you, and if you required any more information about Oracle architecture, then please comments on my video and like and subscribe. Thank you everyone.